She was a bebop baby on a hard day's night. She was hanging on Johnny. She was holding on tight. Italians are hard workers. Out of breath here. Just carried down a whole bunch of newspapers. But I had to get it in. I was looking at the timer. Everything is about timing, you know. And if you want to have your fun, you know, first you got to do something, you know. You can't let things get out of control. And you might say to yourself, well, what the hell are you talking about? What is that? Well, it's the little things. You know, the little things. There's a lot. It's not just that, it's a whole bunch. I mean, think about the little things that you do. Like, every day that nobody would think about. Like, you know, it's like, I don't, you know, it is kind of a humbling thing. See, Italians, I read something this morning, and I'm gonna be catching my breath here for a second. It was a big load. You know, I won't have to get him next week, I don't think. Well, I probably will, because she's using a lot of papers. But anyway, that's motherly love and all that kind of stuff. You do what you got to do. We had a little pasta fazool. She was telling me about somebody that used to make a pasta fazool, like in the bowls, look at the juice, all that, and it'll probably come to me. Well, let's settle in here. A little bit of music. She was a bebop baby. Trying to think who she said. It probably wasn't Lucy or Red. I don't know if it was DeFazio. If I run some names through my... Oh, I know it was. It was Katie. It was Katie Sorrento. Katie Montello. My aunt. She's like, oh yeah, at the club, like, you know, she used to put them in those nice dishes. Whatever, like, you know, she had a certain kind of, like, a dish. And then, you know, we're reading, alright, we're going to do a little bit of the accent and all that kind of stuff. You know, we're just... Pat Lanzillo. Had a beautiful thing up there. I was going to share it. I also seen like a Cavallo guy on there. I remember towards the end of the summer, I remember asking about, is that, you know, because when I was a kid growing up, there were so many Italians around, and especially this one Italian, I think it was Joey Cavallo, but he used to like pinch me, like, you know, my cheeks and all that kind of stuff, just like Vito Ciccarelli and all that, and Vinny DiCerio, like, you know, good times. And there's Fifth Ave Radio, and there's some deer. The deer are up ahead. Hopefully the audio is coming out. Not more deer. But what am I getting at here? You know, this hard work, this inspiration. I mean, I'll tell it. I'm sure. I mean, if Patsy kept me on his friend list all this time, you know. And I was also thinking, when I was getting the newspapers, like, you know, I was just thinking to myself, you know, all the cousins that I don't have on here, or, you know, the Italians that I know, and had some sad thoughts there, like, you know, but, you know, I'm kind of used to it by now, like, you know, I'm kind of used to it. There's no sense of, you know, being outraged or saying it on here or anything like that. I'm not saying, I'm just saying, you know, to get over stuff, you know, you have to face it, and, you know, you just don't, you fill it in with something else. You fill it in, you find out who's still there. You know, that's the whole concept here. I mean, we still have people that, you know, that are still, a few of my relatives on here, a few of my childhood friends and all that kind of stuff. I even had a dream about this one guy I was in a band with. It was just so bizarre. It was so bizarre. It was something like, he left his kid, like, with me or something. I remember, like, going in there, like, I don't know what you call it, the Italian house. The Alco. It's a thing, I don't know, it's like near the doorway. I think Alco. It was like this kid was there. And, like, you know, I'm calling him on the phone. I'm like, you know, I guess it was his. It was just weird. I was talking to Josh about the tree. I got the branch up there and everything. I don't even know if he has a kid. It's just that thing, like, you know, it's just this this drifting apart. But I mean, it's called like people just moving on. But it's weird in a way. Like, we do have this Facebook. We have a way of staying connected. And for the longest time, I did videos. A lot of them were not that good. And we went around with all the political kind of things and everything like that, which there is no cure for, or it's very complex, very hard to understand. So, but I think like if we start, doing a little tapestry or tapping into these things that that could connect us, that can bring us together. Because I know, I have a lot of people on here. I know that they're Democrat, and I know, they're all into all these kinds of issues, and they're upset about many things. The tariffs, the affairs, anti-Semitic, which is kind of bizarre to me. But if that's how they feel, then that's how they feel. Like, I mean, you really can't judge. It's hard. I learned that. I'm here to tell you, it's a tough road to go down to. Assuming that you know what's in people's minds and hearts. You don't know where they are. You don't know what they're doing. Like, you don't know. I mean, Obama was just such a great talker and all that, but I don't want to get away from that. So where was I here? Oh yeah, so I didn't even know he had a kid. I mean, because I haven't seen, my one cousin in a long time. And, she would just show me how she watches movies and all that kind of stuff. And then my other cousin, I asked her, like, it was like, oh wow, it was like a big thing. I was like, could you, critique me a little bit here? Like, I want to see if the volume's on and all that kind of stuff. And she told me about the elevator pitch and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, let's relax here. Do we have any music? There's no CD in there. Okay, let's go to the regular radio.
Novelist, you go across
the entire spectrum baby on a hot day's night.
And you yourself.
Alright, so we're not kidding. We're not kidding around here. So, alright, first of all, with Patsy here, I knew a Patsy who was smaller. It was small like me. We were like the same size. My cousin Pee Wee. His name was Pat too. Pat. His nickname was Pee Wee. Italians, there's so many nicknames. Italians do have nicknames. We know that. My other cousin was Mono. The other cousin, Manjan. Everyone, I didn't really get a nickname. I don't know. I got a nickname in high school though from my one friend. A couple of them, but I don't know. I don't really want to say them here. So anyway, I thought it was the Patsy that hang around with the Mosier, like Martin Mosier and all that. Then he was talking about, the story and everything, how his mom got, went to 7th grade and turned everything around, got a government agency airplane service, probably go get your tickets, I'm assuming. I mean, I know I had on my other side of cousins, I know we had this one beautiful cousin. I haven't talked to her in probably as long as the deficit has been going up, like, but her husband was like an air traffic control guy and all that. But and then I'm the one cousin when I grew up, like we swim in the swimming pool, and such a beautiful place. All right, the story. Where is the CD? Hold on. She was a beep bop baby on a hot day's night. She was hanging on. Johnny was holding on tight. So it's like this. It's like this. All right, we're just putting in the CD. I hit the media thing. I believe it's track 4 or 5. That's 4. It's this one. High above, downtown, Los Angeles. You're with Jerry and the Nightmare and the Twinkles and the Bramer. So, all kidding aside, these stories of such beautiful inspiration, the way kind of, I mean, imagine if we, I mean, I was thinking that there was like Mancini's. I remember Mancini's, and the sign is over here. I could probably show you that. Well, what's today? Today's Friday. Probably over the weekend or next week. It's actually it's over here, the Round Building. That was our goal when we started off doing this show. I said we're gonna spread the love. Like, there's a circular building here. Used to be a circus and everything. We're just gonna go out, wherever, we're welcome, wherever, people accept us, we'll go. And all right. So, we do try here, and I hope I make people like stop. I'm not gonna use any stupid metaphors or like stupid sayings, do the coffee, do the roses, do this, do that, just stop. Stop. It's getting out of control. I didn't know if it would, because, I don't know, maybe that'd be amazing if that was the Patsy, because I used to know him. Like, for, a little bit of time there, like, baseball and all that in the summer. You remember